very good time to have the leadership project for young people with Duchenne because life expectancy is so much better now than it was, say, 20 years ago, with regimes such as night ventilation, steroids, spinal surgery and cardiac management. Young people are living longer lives, and really with this improved care, we really want to make sure that, as well as living longer, that they've got improved access to do the things that they want to do, so that they have bigger lives which involve exciting and interesting things that they really want to do.
I want to be a games designer when I am older, and I would like to go to university.
I'm at college at the moment, but my next aspiration is to go to university to study journalism.
Well, camera crew. Yeah, part of a camera crew. Yeah, that can be in my right.
Oh, you see, nice. Yeah, I am planning to go to university, and I want to study neuroscience.
Well, I've done quite a few different things. I've worked with an online podcast, doing interviews and things, and then I've written for various magazines, newspapers, local newspapers, college magazines. I sent it to online resources, and I do a bit of on blogging online as well.
Taking the girl, so you'd be having a girlfriend to take to the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what you do on a date, you go to the cinema and take your girlfriend. Nice romantic film. Bit of a chick flick. Yeah, or a horror film, so cuddle up to ya.
It was great to hear Dr. John Hastie, who has Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy, talk about his journey and how he has managed to get an education. He's got a PhD, he lives independently in a flat, and he works part-time in Brighton.
We think it's really important that adults are not forgotten, and that we do recognise that with recent developments in treatment like ventilation over the last few years, people are living a lot longer.
Because it isn't until you see someone living in this situation independently, albeit with a lot of support, that you can think, well, maybe that could be possible for my son, my brother, my uncle. And it's very, very inspiring.
My name is Ravi Mehta and I'm 25 years old. I graduated last year and I'm currently volunteering for a charity. I'd like to work in the charity sector, or maybe to do with marketing. At the moment I live in Brixton, which I live with my parents at the moment, but hopefully can get into my own place soon.
It's a natural progression that everybody should have a chance to grow up and leave home. It's a separation that should happen. So I want Benjamin to have the same opportunities as anybody else his age, and I want him to be able to go away and explore life and be independent.
Well, obviously I like to live independently, or maybe with flatmates, or hopefully if I'm in a relationship, then that will be in the perfect world.
I think to start with, it'd be quite nice to live with somebody, and then as time goes on, to get even older, maybe have my own place.
Well, for me, the process starts with, what do people need? What is the support that they need to help them flourish in the new accommodation? And understanding what's going to help people live independently and, as I say, flourish. If you understand those things, then you start to plan the housing around it. Sometimes it's easy, most of the time it can be quite hard, but there are ways to do it, and I think perseverance and money help move things along.
And these workshops are incredibly important because what they do is they show what is possible. So people who maybe didn't expect that they ever could live independently get to meet people with equally complex conditions who are living independently. And so it begins to raise the question, well, what would I need to be doing today to maybe help me achieve that in the future? Likewise with the employment workshops, we have examples of people who are doing really interesting things. And at the workshop, there's then an opportunity for the young men that we're working with, the young people that we're working with, to say, okay, well, I'd like some of that. What would I need to be doing today that's preparing me for that?
To the researchers, hurry up with the treatment. Having Duchenne means I get more tired as I get older. This doesn't mean I can't enjoy my life, but you could make it a lot easier. To David Cameron, stop blaming people. Stop blaming disabled people for your problems. We are worth more than £2 per hour.
Yeah. This is more of symbolic importance than anything else. The fact that after this long haul of 160 years or more, there is a treatment that has been approved for use in patients that really, really should tackle the cause of the disease, really should treat the disease at its cause. And I think that's a really important start, that there is hope. After 160 years, there is actually a medicine that has been approved for use, and it's going to start benefiting some patients.
But what we're clear about as well is that these things don't happen overnight. If they had been easy, they would have happened before now. And it's very clear that we are dealing with a group of people for whom, the planning is complex. It's as complex as their needs. And what we need is the commitment and the support to integrate all of the agencies who are needed in that planning and bringing things together for them.